Hello, good morning again. My name's Ian, and I spoke to you a few minutes ago actually. This is the second podcast of the day. As promised, I was going to talk to you about when I went to Loughborough. This is all in relation to my book, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. And it is a podcast by myself, Ian Wood. I have mitochondria, I'm in a wheelchair, I'm visually impaired. So thank you for listening, and I hope you've read the book, or if you haven't read the book, you're going to buy the book soon. It is available on Amazon, the book is Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. After I started writing, or after I finished the book, I thought, what can I call it? And I thought, this is what I'll do. Anyway, but the book, as I said, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds, which is available now on Amazon. One of my mates got back in touch with me recently, and I told him about the book and the podcast, and he listens quite frequently, and he contacted me after listening to the last couple, and he says, why don't you do a bit about Loughborough, Ian? Why don't you do a bit about Loughborough? So anyway, here we go. I went to Loughborough in about 94 when I was 16. Unfortunately I'm that old, everyone out there. And at the time I could still walk. My vision was around about the same, but I could still walk, though I did wear splints, which I still wear to this day. Going from Northfield, which was a school with people with impairments, to Loughborough was a little bit of a big step, but I remember sat there thinking, I can either make a go of this or hold my hands up, and I made a go of it, and it was amazing. The first year or so was great. There was a few. They weren't all younger people. When I say younger people, I mean people say between 16 and 30. There was a good few that were, say, lost their sight, been employed, and had to go and retrain to do other jobs because of their lost vision. But I remember in my first term, we tried going to Alton Towers. It was quite funny because I thought I was quite publicly telling everyone, oh, I got a B in maths. I didn't do any other exams, but I got a B in maths. So, I can sort the financial bit out. And I think we got a bus there and we got a taxi back. And it ended up costing us more than what we thought. That was during my first term. Everyone, I think Imran, Helen, Rob, I'm not sure if Lisa went. Anyway, that was our first term, and like I say, I was a bit wet, wanting to do stuff that I'd never done before. So I was ordering, and you used to be able to get these pizzas delivered, so I used to order Domino's fairly regular. And I ended up putting a few pounds on, which I lost eventually. Not that I was made it that big, but I I did put a few pounds on, which I'd been back to the gym and rowing machines and things. Unfortunately, because I'm sat in a wheelchair these days, as other wheelchair users will, oh no, agree with me. Unless you stay active, no matter what you eat, you'll start putting one or two curves on. But anyway, going away from that, I did many other things at Loughborough. We went to a few quiz nights, nights out with the staff. What else did we do? I did Formula One, like go-kart racing. It was quite funny at the start of the thing. The guy said, "Right, can everyone see what they're doing?" Yeah, I can see, alright. Right, this coloured flag means this coloured flag means this checkered flag means it's over, the red flag means someone's in trouble and you need to stop. And I'm sat there thinking, I can't see any distance, and I thought, I'll keep quiet. And I thought, I'll just keep an eye on the car in front of me and it'll be fine. It's like, I think they do it like indoor go-kart in tracks. There's some around the country. But yeah, from that I went whitewater canoe, whitewater rafting, and the guy at the start said, right, if you fall in, keep hold of your paddle and go on your back. Now I fell in, I let go of my paddle and I went on my front. And at the time I was doing indoor swimming and I thought, I can swim, I can tread water. And the guy on the bank threw me a rope saying, go on your back. And unfortunately I didn't listen to the safety brief at the beginning. And the guy said, if you drink any of the water, drink some flat Coke afterwards and it'll get rid of the germs. And it would have done, but I didn't do that. And I was very ill. And a couple of days later I managed to get the strength up to get the train home, because it was half term. But yeah, no, there was lots of other things that happened at Loughborough, and I did a little bit of a stint at Loughborough Campus Radio. Which was a student radio. I did an acting thing at the university at one point. We were all connected to the student union of the university, so I attached myself to a couple of other students, and we went, and then they did a street improvisation theatre thing at Christmas, which was quite funny. We were stood in the street acting, like no one was watching, but it was fun anyway. But yeah, we did lots of crazy things like that. But if you've enjoyed this podcast and last and the rest of them, please check my book on Amazon, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds, and we'll be back very soon with another edition of this podcast. So thank you for listening, and please check the book out on Amazon, which is Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. My name's Ian, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Goodbye.